The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Junie Vanesh. I'm sure you all know. Oh God, it's me. This is Hidden City, and I'm going to let Spotter take us in.
Hey everyone, I'm Antara, and tonight I'll be playing Spotter the Nosferatu.
Hey everybody, I'm Mom McStabber, and tonight I'm playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja, if I can talk.
Hello everyone, I'm John Levi R, and tonight I am Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hey everyone, I am Kai and Glaciate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, I am half of Maddox. The other half is still asleep, but this half will be playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
As we start off the night, I'm letting everyone just take it into, we're going to the Art Museum, which is the second Elysium in Chicago that's quote unquote official. So please, cast, take us in.
Magnus and Theo are actually already at a small... you know how art galleries will occasionally have the tables that are slightly too tall for like just leaning on, but if you sit at them, the chairs are somehow taller. Like those annoying sorts of gallery setups. Mm-hmm. I suspect we're probably just sitting and waiting at one of those chairs right now.
So yeah, they work in art galleries like this. There's also actually a whole ton of them in TV shows. Just off the top of my head, Gilmore Girls is actually a reality TV show of mother-daughter redcaps.
Oh. And anything that they do half the time is rationalized for special effects.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, think about all the times have you ever watched Gilmore Girls? They're eating all the time, but people are just like, oh, it's just, it's just for television. It's like when, Brad Pitt, it just is always eating during his scenes. They're just like, it's just, a TV thing. They don't actually eat all that food there. They just, eat a little bit and then, I don't know, the cast gets it later or something. No, they actually eat all of that on set. I've been there one time.
So you might not notice it, but Spotter shows up behind both of you, listens to the conversation for a second, and then turns around and walks off again.
He's like, not my circus. And is this more TV shows than I'd think, or is it just a small handful, a sample?
Okay. Give me a TV show that you think would definitely not be, would not involve them. And I'll let you know how close you are.
Oh, what's it called? A really terrible example of us. True something.
True Blood?
That's it. Thank you.
Oh no. That was a She's pet project. She had this whole she had this whole idea for what she thought it should be like to be a vampire. Why do you think the main character actually became like this psychic fae thing halfway through?
I just remembered catching a few episodes when I came to with the others living in my home, and I remember losing an entire evening watching because it was just so bafflingly awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happens when a she tries to storytell. They really need to leave it to the issue.
Let's see, something less modern, something older. No, that one would definitely be. I'm pretty sure MacGyver would lend itself to something. With
MacGyver was a knocker. MacGyver was a knocker.
Let's say, oh damn, what's that one? Always incredibly entertaining. 4 elderly women, Betty White. Damn it all.
Spotter shows
that
Golden
was
Girls.
Actually Golden Girls.
Theo both jumps, but then immediately jumps into just turning and pointing at Spotter. Thank you. And
Yes.
Spotter walks off again.
Golden Girls was actually a motley. They'd been together for like 60 years, and they were just like, we need to keep getting our glamour somewhere. Let's just, make it a TV show how we all hang out and spend our time.
here's one then. Are there any shows that look like they would, but surprisingly weren't owned, operated, or assisted by fairies?
Oh, Mythbusters. That is pure humans.
As
Yeah.
you two are having this conversation, that's when the music starts to go. And it's just a simple, basic beat. And you see Misty up there turning tables, starting to have some light effects going on in the art museum. You guys are aware Toreador are coming in soon.
We'll join the table at this point.
Hey, Spotter.
Hello.
Thank you for being the one bit of memory I apparently don't have tonight.
It was the only one I had, so use it well.
How have you been this week?
Let's see. Been real estate shopping.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have to talk about our guest.
Okay, we can do that
At some point,
Mhm.
if we want to, keep him where he currently is.
Relocation shouldn't be an issue.
No, it should not.
As you two are as you guys are all talking, that's when the crowd of Toreador come in. And at the center of it, we all know who it is. Portia, of course. People are applauding, or they're not sure, but they're trying to give Toreador this wide berth.
Is Portia like peacocking it a bit, or is she just about?
She's peacocking it a bit. Plus, she's got Annabelle right next to her. So she's like, everything, all eyes on me right now. Come on, let's go. You know who I am. You know what you need to do right now.
Just for the others to see on the table, just with his finger, he's going to very slowly write out the word twat as he's looking at the crowd around her. There's no ink. He's not writing anything, but he's still spelling it out on the table with his finger. He doesn't even seem to, you can't tell if he's doing it consciously or not.
Magnus just taps it out on the table in Morse code.
That I got.
And as you guys are gently, quietly disdaining, Magnus, do you know your roommate, sister, kind of wannabe daughter? She explores and says things on her own, and she plays the music as they're walking in.
Mhm.
No more than like 30 seconds to maybe 40 seconds later, all of a sudden you hear and this kind of like scratch on the record to try and get people's attention. And then all of a sudden, music changes. Taylor, what's the music?
The music is Sex Bomb.
And all of a sudden, the beat drops, the light goes to the door.
And Taylor walks in, her hair done up beautifully. She is wearing an off-the-shoulder, 3/4 sleeve, sheer blue dress that is embroidered 3-dimensionally with flowers all over it. And it's cinched at the waist with a red leather corset that is also embroidered with flowers. And she just walks in with a smile on her face.
And the music plays, everyone sees that, and the toreadors all turn around and look, and Portia's got this face. And it's just, if looks could kill, things, it would just be like this, and Annabelle just almost drags her back to sit down. Like, no, this is not a fight you want to do right here, right now. And you could see if nails could claw, the long thing would be back.
Mm-hmm. She just ignores it. Taylor gives absolutely zero fucks about Portia. And it is obvious by the look on her face because she's completely ignoring her. And she just looks to the toreador looking at her and gives them a little wink and then walks over to the table of gentlemen. Says, "Good evening."
Hey, Taylor.
Good evening.
Evening.
I think you definitely fulfilled your deal with Cordelia.
I sure hope so.
Oh, speaking of, maybe I can flag her down real quick for you. Actually, Theo is going to check real quick for Cordelia.
She's not in the room yet.
Okay. I'll just occasionally check, and when she gets in, make sure that at some point when she sees me, I'll flag her like, "Hey, come here real quick."
And the music starts playing into something else now and kind of dives into kind of something a little more mellow. But she does do a little bit of a sex bomb in between just because Taylor's here. Because she can. It's her aunt. She's proud of her aunt.
Oh, she's a good kid.
Good timing, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as
I might have
exactly how to do
texted
that.
her to let her know I was coming in.
That explains why it was so surgically precise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of surgically precise, y'all see as Bastian, in complete normal clothes, starts to waltz into the party and waltz into the table. That was a nice choice of music. Hello, everyone. And he sits down around you.
Oh,
Bastion.
hi, Bastion.
Hello. Good evening. Lovely getup, Taylor.
Thank you. Belle's made this.
Has her hand all over it.
I know.
Oh, love to hear to you.
It was fixed before it,
Mm-hmm.
so it's.
He's
just
giving
regular.
fake compliments.
Wow, I'm finding this harder than I thought. Magnus, I'll give you the floor.
Also, I love the t-shirt, Magnus.
It's literally a button up. Are you even trying, Bastion? Like, even for a toreador, that's kind of
It's
zero
not really
effort.
my thing, you know. It's not the thing I do.
Then don't do
Neither
it.
is driving,
I'm
apparently.
putting up an effort. Y'all didn't have to listen to Annabelle for fucking 3 weeks straight, drilling your ears about how you do clan stuff.
Is
So
that
I'm
what
trying.
happened?
Not now. I mean,
Oh, okay. So I was
Yeah,
about to say, someone might be messing with your head a bit if you think you were with Annabelle for the past couple weeks.
No.
Oh, no, he was not.
I heard you
speaking
went for a
of-
little joyride.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what you say.
Okay. What?
Bastion, who taught you to drive?
Did anyone teach you to drive?
I am feeling such judgment right now.
Oh, fantastic. We're communicating properly then.
Okay. So I do believe that certain explanations are in order.
Please.
Yes, but for that, I would like also to request from the both parties. Spotter, are you also in the Mad at Bastion group?
No, but I have a curiosity about some of the locations you visited.
Okay. So, what exactly happened for the two of you to be as acidic to my own august self?
You have not communicated since a week and a half ago,
Yes,
and you were supposed to meet us
true.
a week ago,
Yeah.
and you no-showed. No
Yes.
contact, no
Mhm.
nothing.
Okay.
So we went looking for you.
Oh, you went looking. Oh, there lies the problem. Okay.
I've seen lab mice with less circuitous routes than you took, Bastion.
Okay. I could all explain it all to you in better circumstances, I believe, but just say a few of the curiosities. I was driving a nice gentleman. His name is Luke. Luke
Oh,
Ramos de
God.
Leon. Yes. He is a lovely gentleman. He's a minister.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's a snake. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We have been doing some talkings and things like that, and I did give him some instructions and things like that, places to be, people to meet, things like that. He is the first, not only the first subject that I am trying to lead on. The others that I picked up along the way were a few went through of dubious alignment.
You mean those ones standing over by Portia?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't really remember their faces.
What parts of them do you remember, Bastion?
Don't get me wrong. I just did not care enough. My memory is clear. They are. How can I say this? They were Capones. Yeah, they're baby rot brains or things like that, whatever they call it. Yeah, and so they are doing nothing useful for the society and the community around themselves. So I said, why not? They're venture. They have assets somewhat. Why not? And so there they are, I guess. I'm not sure if Alex is showing up tonight. I did say for him that he should, but if he doesn't, that's his funeral, honestly. So yeah.
What answers that question?
Yeah, I was doing some homework because let me just say I am truly honestly sorry about not being able to show up to Joliet, but it was either that or having someone else show up to our doorstep angry for her puppies. And so I entrusted my coterie with being able to handle it while I was securing the way home.
Frankly, I was mostly just upset at you for driving like a madman, but now that I have an explanation that actually lines up with the route you took, I'm less aggravated. It was more just a general frustration than anything.
They were worried about you after what had recently happened to me.
I am very thankful for all of you. And Bastian leans a little forward. In all the cities I have ever visited, I've never had to deal with such an aggravated situation like dealing with these people. So I am not trying to worry any of you. I'll try to be better at communication. It's mainly because I had to make a cold call. It was either that or running the risk.
Understood.
Yeah. Just, if possible, communicate, because here's the thing. I don't know everything she can do, but I know what people like her can do and have been able to do. And so you've already been affected by her once, which means there's a good chance she can just call you over the phone or whisper from around a corner, and
yes, all of
you
you
might
right.
not even know.
Yeah, absolutely. All of you are right. I've been trying to gather information about our domain, put my kids to work on that regard. You all have probably not wondered why there is absolutely no media coverage whatsoever about what happened to Juliet. That was putting my kids to work.
Thank you for that.
That's appreciated.
Yeah.
It was also,
Right up.
it also went off flawlessly. I have a different story going around because I figured she wanted to throw a wrench in plans by taking out our sniper from the equation.
The next time throwing a wrench, maybe actually aim for the gears instead of next to the machine.
Yeah. So, but it went off exceptionally well.
So if nothing else, missing Juliet, you really just missed a bit of heightened boredom.
Well, speak for yourself. I found it quite interesting.
We got a lot out of it, but I wouldn't say it was an especially engaging experience.
Have you
for
gotten
me.
anything from the gals yet? She points to Theo.
Gotten any
Garden stuff.
Oh, it's the ones at home are currently sorting and going through it.
Excellent. Excellent. I wanted to make sure they delivered. That's all.
Oh, but everything has been received properly and concisely.
Perfect.
I can see where certain things have been copied or taken notes off of, but otherwise documents wholly intact, no problems.
I got some journals and stuff, and it's interesting. Definitely don't want to talk about it here, but we need to talk about it when we can, because I think we aren't necessarily done with his machinations yet.
Figures as much, but if he's House Goratrix, that gives me tactics and strategies that I can start referencing.
Like, we may have to worry about young ones popping up.
Young ones popping up. Spotter,
Oh, young.
Mm-hmm.
do you remember that
Do.
little? Yeah, so in Spotter, before the Juliet thing, we kind of went out a little trying to gather a few informations. We got a few young ones.
It went off with you. What happened?
Yeah. So I had my little coterie wage a little resources here and there. They are in a safe house.
Mm-hmm.
They are not into pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're there, and we can choose what happens next. I do believe that giving them to our loveliest Ventru Primogen for his proper education might be the best course of action. But they do indeed need also some, what's the call? The thing they do a lot nowadays to people that have a lot of problems. Therapy. Yeah, they do need therapy.
You're not
Do
wrong.
have set up for that
Are there any
With
among
the
them?
underground.
Are there any among them who might benefit more from being fast-tracked into the remedial course? Or do they all actually have some decent potential to them?
I'm not a specialist.
Hmm.
My general modus operandi in regards to Sabah hirelings is I generally have to think more about how to dispose of the body. So since they are alive, well, they are being taken care of as best as I can, but that's not very good.
Get any idea what clan they are?
No fucking idiot.
I can figure that out if you just let me meet with them all.
We can. We certainly can.
I can tell you that he's had cells come into Chicago and other areas that are ready with fresh blood. That's what he wrote.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Also, they've taken over Mexico City. They were using Capone's rail, but with his demise, that has gone elsewhere.
Assumed that whatever asset both Capone and Son had was being used for them.
Also, they have been doing experiments on Kaitif and Thin Bloods, and have sent humans that are on some kind of drug into the area. Didn't specify what drug.
Right.
So, being that our domain is the rack, we're going to need to be vigilant.
They've set up a few watching spots, cameras, things like that already in the rack. Guaranteed that we would not have surprises. Of course, can't cover every single piece of the place, but
I have an idea for work in the South End. She looks to Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
She's, I think I could get my hands on some Ballard money.
We could work something out. Seems like we have some things we might want to talk about that we might want a more private location. And I know of one that I would like to introduce you all to.
Perfect.
So we could say our goodbyes once Cordelia comes by and then reconvene there.
An excuse to leave Elysium early. Oh, what a blessing all of you are.
As you guys are talking and those Toreador are in the corner nipping and snapping, and of course Portia's just letting them do their thing and being the something adjective of being how horrible bitches they are. Cordelia does walk down with a woman that is gently just holding onto a cigarette, looking over at the Toreador, and all of a sudden they all shut up. And Cordelia and her walk towards you both, or towards all of you. And she'll go, "Oh, you love these people? Oh my God, they're the fucking bomb." And she just looks at you over slowly. Now, Bastian, this is a massively famous Toreador, Zormeyer. The funny thing is that her bloodline has a huge hatred against Portia, and you know that. That's why all the Toreador shut the fuck up. She can cut a bitch just by words alone. Not to mention she's a notorious fashion designer, to which any Toreador would literally give their left arm and whatever other body part they can to get into her clothing. And she goes, "Yes, darling. Hello, how are you? Nice dress. I like.
Thank you.
And Cordelia would go, everyone, this is Zora. Zora, everyone. And she'll slowly go, Dr. Theo, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Magnus, not a Dr. Spotter, not a Dr. Bastion. Kind of like them.
It's a pleasure, Zora. Thank you for joining us.
Of course, I was told I was coming to the good people's table, unlike the one to be's over there. Sorry. The lines of that whole area is something that I do not want to deal with because as much as I would love to say no capes, no fashion. I mean, this one here, the understanding of plaid is very good. At least it's clean lines. They couldn't even try to figure that out.
Oh,
Can we keep her?
I love her already.
I mean, this button knows how to dress. I mean, well done, Nosferatu. I love it.
I might have had a little help.
Yes, I'm sure. Bells?
What's that?
The bells?
Well, her and he'll look over wherever Naomi's standing.
Oh, her too, yes. Mm-hmm. Let's just say I'm finally somewhat fashionable and like people that only wish that they could be as close as you.
Sorry
She'll
that
take
you have to
us home.
stand at this strangely tall table.
I deal with fashion, not architecture, darling. So, your pink is nice. We could get you into a better pink that makes you a little bit more flush if you like.
Mm,
Change, I see. You don't like it, huh? I heard about the hair.
Did you want
That
to see
was-
a picture?
pitch.
You have a picture, darling, please. Let me see.
I was joking before.
I deleted the
what-
picture.
What stuff about the hair?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Oh, you're the one that was
see.
driving erratically all over Chicago. Got you.
Theo's fingers, he has no blood flow, and somehow he is still white knuckling against himself.
What? What stuff about hair?
Apparently,
Nothing about it.
What do you mean nothing?
It's
Oh,
nothing.
you don't want to talk about it. I see.
Okay.
Very charming of you.
You are leaving a Toreador. Curious.
Yes, and Toreador gossip, which means eventually you will learn the secret anyways. I just don't want to make it easy.
Do you want me to hear it from others instead of from you?
I mean, fresh gossip from the horse's mouth is always the best.
A thin blood thought it would be funny to make me have highlights. I was not impressed.
And a haircut.
Well, I was very impressed when I think back to the application, but the result was very upsetting. How about that?
I would have killed so many people to see that.
Mhm.
I mean, unfortunate for you,
The night
the
is
rest-
young.
everyone
Theo,
else didn't
no-
have to kill anyone to see it.
Theo, you're not understanding. Give me a list.
There are certain names on my list that no one can touch, unfortunately, Bastion. Thank you for the offer.
Why do I always lose the interesting stuff?
Because,
I
darling,
believe-
unfortunately, you were put around and driven around all of Chicago with a crazy person.
If it was only one, at least, but.
Mm.
And yes, Zora, it's always a pleasure. Instead of the other moments and reunions that we had to endure in the last Elysiums.
Are you all leaving?
Hmm.
There are about two, but
This is far more interesting.
well,
I mean, we got the cuts shut up, don't we? They were cackling and crawling. I heard them coming out of the garden. It was annoying.
well, rose gardens need pruned every once in a while.
Unfortunately, yes. And I cannot prune that one. They won't let me.
Oh, don't worry. It's already been seen to by a professional gardener.
Oh. You mean... Are you talking about Jackson's personal hobby, huh?
I'm talking about anyone that you feel is appropriate for the metaphor.
I'll take that metaphor. As I say, Kitty, the other harpy, may or may not have stepped out of her zone, and I'm here to put her back into a proper place.
So we'll be seeing you a bit more then, is what I'm gathering.
Yes, please, no capes. Whatever you do, do not. And learn how to at least align your plaids, unlike those.
Is that the main issue? I'll admit, I don't understand fashion all that well.
Okay, you see, Dr. Magnus's shirt. I mean, it's a very nice plaid. I would never dress in it myself, but still, some people like plaid. I don't question. I just go. At least it's aligned, it's properly suited, and it's not cattywampus. Those people don't even understand what cattywampus is, and on top of that, I mean, seriously, why do you put plaids and lines together? It doesn't even work with mismatching shapes.
Hey, Junie. Well, I've got her passionately describing and talking about her Toreador shit. I would like to use Sense the Unseen and look her over.
Sure. Go for it. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, as you know, being a Tremere, I'm always on the hunt for blood, sorcery, anything. But for the most part, just general whatever Sense the Unseen can provide in regards to her.
Her necklace does have some kind of sorcery on it, and her cigarette.
The cigarette?
The cigarettes.
Huh.
Because she is turning around and she is smoking.
I didn't know we could smoke in here.
Yeah, you don't know until you ask. Now do you, darling?
Oh, it's far better to ask for forgiveness than to ever ask permission.
Oh, I didn't ask for either one. I just said I was going to do it.
That I like.
I was simply offered the job. I said, good, these are my recommendations. If you don't like them, too bad. Unfortunately, I couldn't put the dress code into place because they want to be God and wanted to prove that they could dress into something that I find accompanying and tasteful. They are failing.
Mm.
So soon,
Well,
I
it
might
is
put
nice
a
to
dress
know
code
that
in.
we pass.
Oh, you have style, you have depth, you have je ne sais quoi about you. Because at least you have personalities and a thrive to do what you want to do. Cardboard does not have anything.
There's always the sin of trying too hard.
Exactly, and I understand why there is a pancake ass floating about.
Unfortunately, too many roses these nights have tried to embrace for a canvas to paint their own ideas onto rather than for actual personality.
True, and why you want to reflect the food, I still don't understand. At least somebody could fit into an apple bottom jean, especially somebody over there. But when you don't have an ass, it is hard to find and fit into anything.
I
It'll
am
take a
not
long
sure
draw.
who started this pancake ass thing.
I know.
You tell me, I'll give them a gift.
I'll tell you later.
That needs rewarding.
Another discussion for when we are elsewhere.
Yes, of course.
It was the tunas for two, I know. They were actually very nice. They talked about you, and she points over to Spotter. Mm-hmm.
Anything good?
Being that you're their boss, yes.
And Taylor just kind of elbows him a little.
Magnus looks over at Zara, and he just reaches into a coat pocket and pulls out a business card. And he's like, they're not open yet, but I think you will enjoy this place.
Okay.
And hands her a card that just says, after the end, restaurant and coffee shop.
And she'll take it and go, And she'll slot it back on. I memorized it. Thank you.
Puts it away.
Hopefully they have good decor and don't get me wrong, it's a nice art museum, but once you see one on Museum Hall.
I think you'll appreciate it. Trust me, everyone involved in the making of it was magnitudes more creative than anyone here.
Oh, that's good. You wanted to say something, Dr. Theodore?
Just a small, somewhat classless presumption, I guess. But
Go for it. I'm here for classless. Apparently, we are surrounded by classless. Do you not see the classless behind you? Oh, behind me, actually. Go on.
do you happen to have a cigarette spare?
Sure, of course. And she'll pull from her little clutch a small, and it's about a wee bag, and it does have an enchantment, and it does have split sorcery on it. She'll go, they're specifically made for me so that I can remember and enjoy the nicotine as it goes down into my lungs.
Oh, that is
I can't remember the last time I
fascinating.
had a cigarette.
Does it just smell like a standard
All right.
sort of cigarette, Junie, or is it like somewhat high class and smells more of tobacco than anything else? That sort of
Oh,
thing.
it is 100% completely, utterly bougie, to the point that bougie looks second rate.
And Theo will actively put that into a Ziploc bag that he keeps in his doctor's bag and into his pants pocket, because that's fascinating.
Taylor will actually put it in her fucking mouth and she'll say, do you have a light?
Cordelia, who is just sitting here enjoying all this. She doesn't have to say fuck and all. She just turns around, pulls up her Zippo, and goes right in. Here you go.
And Taylor leans in and lights up the cigarette.
And
She'll do it for Spotter too.
right as Taylor and Spotter are inhaling, they see Theo just putting his hand back with a Bic lighter into the doctor's bag and shutting it. He doesn't seem upset. He's just, I don't need this anymore.
And Taylor looks at Cordelia and says, thanks, dear.
No problem. I'm just fucking glad you showed up. Jesus Christ. I mean, between you and her, I don't have to worry about the head pen hicking anymore. Yeah. And Zara's just like, darling, I will never make sure that they ever talk again.
Oh, when I walked in, I had Misty play something.
I saw.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, if looks could kill.
I wish looks did kill. She'd be dead then.
All we can say is leave it to a gangrel and a brouhaha to pull off a decent prank.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Everyone says that the Malkavians know they get too distracted.
Oh, I get laser focused.
Yes. I'm not Josephine. She's interesting. But your Misty, yes, very much on point.
Mm-hmm.
They told me exactly where to stand and what to watch. It's very entertaining.
I'm happy that I entertain.
Oh, it's not often that I get entertained, let me tell you. Especially when the cackling hens come in. Then I wish I could start drinking. Unfortunately, I can't.
Are there any among your clan that you would consider worth speaking to then?
I'm going through a list. Trust me. Bastion right now is the only one that passes.
See, I am very entertaining.
Especially your driving. Trying to follow you was like trying to.
Why is everyone so judgmental in the city?
I was told I needed to talk to you, and unfortunately, I had somebody turn around and said, I can find him. So we tried following all over your pattern, and my God, I've had sex that was less crazy.
I'm sorry.
That is something that can be fixed.
Magnus is legitimately dying laughing. He's just dying laughing in the middle of Elysium at that.
I mean, we have solutions for that.
We absolutely have a better response.
Magnus just looks at Taylor and is like, no. Most people have had sex less crazy than Bastion's driving.
What I'm listening here is that anyone here...
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a lack of creativity to me.
Exactly.
Look, I've had orgies that were a lot easier to go through than that.
Taylor, we have to one day tell them about Morocco.
We need a party bus.
Don't have him drive.
Why not?
Try.
Why not?
Because a party bus is for fun, not the twisting of limbs to the point that you turn into a Menegagli of what Call of Cthulhu could be.
You are indeed very creative, Zara. You're giving me so many ideas.
Yes, and I'd like to see you actually go through with that to see if you do it.
Is that a bet?
I would never bet you. I know your
If you're
reputation.
wanting to fulfill that bet, I know some Zmitzi I can put you in touch with.
Oh my god, no, not
Oh,
that
no.
part.
So do
Not
I.
that part. Not that part.
Well, it seems like I have to go stare down some hens and she'll show just a little dainty little watch that looks like an Apple Watch. And she'll go, they're texting each other. It's getting annoying. I've never had my wrist vibrate so much.
Well, it was a pleasure making your acquaintance, Sora.
It's a pleasure meeting all of you. Finally, with people some sense and style.
Theo looks down at his slightly disheveled nightwear and just shrugs.
She'll just gently look to the and go, don't worry, darling. I'm sure that is sometime you will have an amazing clothing line and you will just rock it all to the point that they will all be jealous of you not being with them.
Perhaps one day we can join each other at Blue Velvet.
Oh, I'm there all the time. I take it you are all there too?
Time to time.
I try to go. It's a peaceful atmosphere. It's nice.
I like the music.
It is lovely.
A little jazz sometimes. It's nice to the hear.
At least you're standing still and not driving.
And Cordelia, thank you for introducing us to her.
Thank
Fuck
you,
yeah.
Cordelia.
I needed somebody to see what I was dealing with and not really dealing with because she takes on the load of so many other things that I just cannot name at this moment.
And also, just as a side note, no offense to the Field Museum, but I think I personally would come to more Elysia if more of them were held here.
Are you suggesting I should take over a bit more of the art museum and making it a little bit more sectioned for your taste?
Just if you happen to have a certain ambition for it.
Hey, Taylor, you got some good artists for the punk rock era that I could possibly maybe take over for a gallery?
I can look into that for you.
If you need something rebellious, Banksy springs to mind.
Oh, God, that fucking hack? No, there's far better.
I know a
I mean-
few artists. I can give some recommendations.
I know a lot of artists I could give recommendations.
Okay, well,
I
if
am
you
not as
guys would
interested in
shit
art.
here, give me recommendations so I can make galleries for y'all. And Dio, you're not interested in art, and yet you want to be in an art museum. How counterintuitive is that?
Well, how else am I supposed to learn more about art?
Oh, fuck you. I'm not the artist. Jesus Christ. Fine.
I mean, you're an artist and running an Elysia.
He does have you there.
you all. Screw your own leaves.
Time and
Sorry,
place,
just-
dear. Time and place.
Yes, 45 minutes.
He's not kidding.
Theo just mutters under his breath, "Get that bitch a cold shower."
Zara just leads into Thea and go, what do you think I've been doing for the past 4 days? Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet
Theo
you.
will definitely shake her hand before she leaves, because bravo on that.
She will turn and walk away.
Magnus also reaches out like to shake her hand, and when she does, he just leans in close and whispers in her ear, "The next time you feel the need to drink, go to that restaurant."
Don't worry, darling, I will. And she'll say her goodbyes to everyone. If you guys all want to shake her hand, she will shake all of your hands before she departs.
Mhm.
We will.
It's always interesting when someone that does not kiss lack of ass appears in a city.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, the timing's a little fortuitous.
Indeed.
But
That's good for us.
Exactly.
Should we be going?
Slowly.
I'm going
I'll
to
say
go.
goodbye to
Yeah.
Naomi and catch him outside.
I'm going to say goodbye to Misty.
Magnus is just like, okay, did you get the address for the restaurant, or do you want me to just give you a card?
Taylor will take a card. She'll meet you all there.
Actually, how did you get here? You got here on your bike?
No, I have a car.
Oh, okay.
I'll just follow you, Magnus. I trust you know where you're going.
And
Oh, yes.
Taylor literally looks out there. I'm not riding a bike in this, Spotter.
You look badass.
I mean, I just assume, you can use celerity to ride side saddles. So
Oh my God.
On a motorcycle.
A
I feel like
motorcycle.
there's...
Let me tell you, Magnus, I didn't even ride side saddle on horses. I wore trousers and rode them like a man did.
I'm just saying, I've seen Bruja do some crazy things with celerity before, so I wouldn't put anything past you.
No, I appreciate it.
Magnus, I'm going to your car since no one in the city trusts my driving. So
For good reason, yes. You're riding with me.
The only point in your favor is that there were no wrecks caused along the way, but your navigation was atrocious.
I got there. I did the deliveries. I got everyone safe.
There was a point where Magnus and I drove around in a circle 3 times before my trail picked up
They
in the right
kept
direction.
distracting me.
It wasn't even a roundabout, Bastion.
Again, distracting me.
You're missing some context, Dr. Smith.
I certainly hope so.
Yes. Certain things are more distracting than others.
If there's no context, I would be horrified.
Let's not traumatize Theo at this moment. And Bastion is about to live with Magnus.
As Taylor leaves, as she walks out and doesn't acknowledge any of the Toreador, looking amazing, Misty plays She's Brick House.
She's a brick house. And she'll make sure that house kind of goes long while Taylor is leaving. So the whole house, the house just kind of lungs out as she walks out. Once the door hits, she'll then go into the song. Oh, absolutely. Trying to push that point.
Yeah.
Spotter, did you want to say anything to Naomi before you leave, or are we just doing hand jives, or
quickly?
Okay. So as everyone's getting up, Naomi is sitting in her normal area. She has some venture dealings, but once you come up, they know to leave.
Hey.
How are you? And I saw the whole thing with Taylor. I like. That was
Believe it or not, it was choreographed. Believe it or not.
Oh, she points over to Missy. She knows how to do everything.
She's a good girl.
I've never seen a more accomplished DJ.
She's great.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, I'm heading out with the.
Okay.
Look, I'm not saying this to insult you. You know to
Okay.
avoid that crew. And I kind of point back at especially, I'm not saying this to insult you. I care.
She gently kind of extends her hand out to him.
Mm-hmm. He takes it.
Now, when have I ever decided to walk in a field full of mines that I knew for a fact I couldn't explode with one look?
Thank you.
Deep breath. Don't worry. Trust me, that woman will not know where I am in like 30 seconds. So take care. Do what you need to do.
Mhm.
Are we on for tomorrow's walk?
Of course.
Now, you don't mind walking around the venture section, do you?
Oh, no, I would prefer to.
Excellent. We're going to have some fun tomorrow night.
Rustle some jimmies.
Oh, we're going to do more than that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a lot more than that. Trust me. The financial district won't know what rocked them.
you're such a good time.
I know, right? Oh, and here, would you do me a favor and give this to Taylor? I didn't want to do this in front of everyone. And she will hand you an envelope
Mhm.
that has Dr. Taylor Hammer's name on it.
Mhm.
She'll know what that means.
And it goes in his pocket.
All the deals went through. Lock, stock, and barrel hers. But everyone else doesn't know. It's quietly hers. Mm-hmm. But yes, tomorrow night. How do you like your suits? Do I need to bring you to my tailor?
Yes. Why not?
Perfect.
Spotter's open to new things.
Suit on me naturally, but at the same time, I do have a nice pair of Converse that will match really, really nicely, and expect to dance and rock some heads.
I expect nothing less.
Perfect. I'll see you soon then.
See you soon.
Great.
He'll kiss her hand and head out. He'll try to catch up with Taylor to get in her car.
And you actually see her new ghoul, Riza, is driving. And she says, Riza, this is Spotter. Spotter? Riza.
Risa.
Yo.
And yo, I like her already. He'll take the envelope out and hand it to her. It's from Miss Stewart.
Oh.
She said everything is done.
Well, damn, I may not need that Ballard money. And she opened it up. I may have Stewart money. And she opens it up and sees that it's a deed to the entire property. Okay. Excellent. Naomi has just purchased for me the entire block over that garden.
That makes sense.
So I'm going to start with the subterranean club and go out from there.
That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's the club.
I'm going to
yours.
I'm still going to talk to Magnus though, because he has a lot more experience like writing up business plans and shit. So I need to get with him on that.
Right. It's, I mean, I'm sure I could learn it, but it's just beyond my ken right now.
Yeah. I get jobs. I don't run things. So yeah, I'll leverage his knowledge of that.
Fair enough.
You doing okay?
Yeah. It's been a busy week. We can talk when we're a group, but we might want to think of relocating our guest.
Okay.
Somewhere more secure.
Okay.
Out of the way. And I have a place in mind, but I'll wait till we're all together.
Okay. Perfect. And then we will head to the restaurant.
The restaurant looks kind of like one of those old homey mom and pops, something you see reminiscence of like the early 40s during the time when America was trying to keep itself neutral, was trying to keep itself simple, trying to keep itself almost home-like, giving itself a homey base. And when you walk into it, the music's soft. It's undescribable, but it's gentle. There are tables, there are booths with the same red and white checkered tablecloths that just give you that nostalgic feeling. The lights are dimmed down a bit. You can make people out, but at the same time, it gives you that, again, warm feeling. Back at the end, there's this really sweet kind of fireplace that gives people a place to sit and talk, where there are people possibly sitting with little mugs or like hot cocoa and coffee and after dinner drinks. And they're in nice little small tables, enough to be warmed by the fire, but not consumed by it. And as you all gather up together and as you all walk in, you'll see a smiling short woman, kind of stocky, but at the same time, she's got her hair piled up. She almost dresses kind of like the 1940s, with a little bit of what people would consider like a hobbit look, a little hobbit effect, if you will. Of course, she's got shoes on because health code. And she'll just smile at you all and go, table or booth?
If you could get us a private booth, please.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And she'll go through everything. Go, do you all need menus?
That would be lovely.
Of course. And she'll grab up the menus. So come with me. And she'll kind of like jump a little bit and turn around and skeeter just a bit towards the mid part of the restaurant, turn to her right, and then go to where there's a door, and she will knock 3 times. And when the door opens, she'll just gently let you all in, and she will walk in. There's a small, it's a small kind of family-like table, round. Again, it's a homey kind of feel. And she'll put all the menus on. She'll go, your waitress will be in shortly. Please sit down and relax. And she'll quietly go to the door, close it, and you are all on your own now.
Thea will take a seat and look at Magnus and just say with a questioning sort of look, TV shows?
None here.
Wow. Just very bright people then.
Oh, no. I was just saying that there won't be any filmed here.
Oh.
This place is a place where people like us and others who might have restricted diets can not be so restricted.
I love the place. It's so cozy.
Taylor is looking at the menu.
The menu is trifold. So front, back, middle, front, back. And it's everything anyone could possibly want, from Middle Eastern to Asian food to North and Southern American delicacies, and even European. Anything you could possibly ever want is on this menu. For appetizers, lunch, dinner, maybe breakfast. And there's a lot of drinks. There's even a gentle drink menu on the table that is, again, a open up. So it's like a small little binder, and anything that could ever anything that could ever have been a drink is in that.
And we only taste what's here, or is it something that our body won't reject as well?
You won't have to throw it up at the end of the night.
I'll be damned. You're muted, Spotter.
Sorry if this is rude, but was she something?
She's one of the cousins.
Oh, okay.
She got remarkably close to us.
There's, from what they've told me, you know how Zora said that we have style, have personality, and all of that? Apparently that means we're not as difficult for them to be around as ones like Annabelle's little ones would be.
Hmm.
The more creative, the more connected to life you are, the easier it is for them. It's the ones that are closer to their beast, that are more like, they could not stand to be around Critias, for example. He's just too solid stone, ancient, refusing to change. It's like an environmental poison. Think of it that way for them.
The more I learn of them, the less I understand, but it's fascinating.
That's my whole life. The more I learned of them, the less I understood, but the more I just was like, okay, I'm just going to accept what you tell me is true and go from there.
So
Go on.
Oh.
Sorry.
So we can truly order anything and it will...
Yes. If there's something that's not on the menu, you can ask for it.
Oh no, what I'm wanting, I'm almost certain will be on the menu.
In comes in a woman that's a little bit taller than your hostess. She's got this messy kind of blonde mixed in with red. It's kind of like a strawberry blonde, and it's kind of piled up, messy bun. Her uniform is nice. It's neat. It's kept. It looks like she woke up on the wrong side of the bed a little bit, but she has a pen and paper and everything. And she walks in and she goes, "Hey, everyone. Sorry, I'm late. No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. Hi. I'm Tammy. What can I get y'all? And are you guys all good with what we got on the menu, or do you guys not special?"
I actually love that you offer these. And
Cool.
she orders, her drink is an Arak, which is actually a anise flavored liquor that is popular in the Middle East. And then she also orders a goat shawarma.
Okay, so I got a rack and a goat. Got it.
Spotter's going to get a whiskey neat Lagavulin. And he's actually he didn't eat fancy when he was growing up or anything. So he's just going to get a plate of Italian meatballs.
Okay, so you want whiskey and balls. Got it.
Yep. There's context there, Dr. Smith.
I suppose.
Okay. The trio?
Specifically, this sounds odd, but if you could just make sure that we have an extra carafe of ice water.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. But
Thank you.
what you want to eat
And
and drink?
I think I'll just have a pint of a light ale.
Which one? Got American, German, Dutch. I got French. I've got Swedish. I've got Irish. I got a lot. You want to narrow that one down?
Large variety. Let's go with American, please.
Okay. She goes through all of the different ales. I mean, there's at least 15 of them.
Oddly enough, everyone hears Theo say something that is a little surprising because he doesn't say like what would be considered a quality beer. He says what would be a drinkable beer. And that's about as high as it goes in terms of what he orders. He doesn't order any food, just the water and beer.
You don't want no food. You want to...
Oh, no, I ate earlier. Thank you.
Are you vegetarian?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Are you sure? I got lamb.
No, I just ate before I came here. I'm still meeting with my friends. Thank you very much.
Okay. Curly Q?
Give me one caipirinha. That's
One what?
Caipirinha. That's Brazilian rum with lemon and ice.
Capabrium? Got it.
And for eating, I don't think you were going to have what I am.
Come on, give it to me.
To ask.
Let's go.
Fine. Just give me some goat meat, specifically goat stomach.
Sure. How do you want that done?
Filled completely with the insides of the goat. That's a Brazilian. That's a Brazilian dish.
Yeah, it's almost like haggis.
It's almost like haggis.
Okay, you want goat stomach? Got it. And you, which will look.
Sheep.
Yeah, it is, but goat's different, but at the same time, it's the same idea. We just go with it. Okay, what you want, Mag?
Enchiladas with rice, some frijoles, and some sauerkraut. And to drink some horchata.
Oh my dear God. All right, fine. It's your stomach, not mine. And you want horchata?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll be back in about, can you give me about 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Shall I head on out?
What?
I mean, I haven't been to a restaurant in a while, but 5 minutes is really quick.
That's a novelty concept to ask for food. I am very interested in the results. I still can drink my wines. So
you can eat and drink all of this.
I have never had any of the food any of you ordered.
if you want some of mine,
You can always try something new.
If you're willing to offer me a sample, I probably wouldn't turn it down, but I will actually fully admit the water is because I did not have much drinking water that was clean where I was in the world at the time of being a human. And the beer was because that's what we drank instead.
I can understand that.
Modern beers are vastly different from what they were before.
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot stronger, for one thing.
Actually, I
yes,
had the same problem.
Just as a bit of a warning to you all, the alcohol here will get you drunk. If you order something that has drugs
Luckily,
in
a
it,
rock gets watered down.
if you order something that has drugs in it, those drugs will have the effect they would have on a mortal. Just
That's lovely.
That was not something that could be changed. It was either everything works or nothing works. Kind of an all or nothing deal.
That's a lovely, lovely deal that you had here. A weird but lovely deal. And I also followed similar things, Mr. Tio. You see, in my old place, we didn't have much water as well, so we did only drink rum, Brazilian rum specifically. It was the cheapest thing, cheaper than water. Tasted like fire. It was amazing.
It's actually less than 5 minutes when you see the door open and she swings in holding two huge platters, and she'll put them down and she'll start distributing what everyone ordered exactly as you ordered. Though Taylor gets 2 drinks and she puts it, and there's a rock in a glass, and she goes,
"No, not a rock. It's not a rock."
No.
Okay.
That's my friend being a joke on me.
Oh,
this is yours. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I said a rock. Then Theo gets 2 pitchers of water, and he gets a sample plate of what everyone else is having. And she go, "I'm sorry. The chef insisted he heard you were talking, and he said you need to eat."
Just as a quick thought, when she says that, Junie, is this private section anywhere near the kitchen?
No.
Theo's not going to say anything, but everyone can tell as soon as she said he heard you talking, and he's very lost. Like, what do you mean he heard us talking?
Oh, he hear when people talk about food, that he hones in to make sure he knows what the guests want. You could say anything else. I mean, like right now, I'm sure as hell he knows he ain't paying attention. But at the moment you say food, like I haven't had this food or I haven't had that food, things just happen, and I just take it to where he tells me to go.
Huh.
Fascinating.
What do you expect from Boggins?
I'm sorry, from what? From a what?
Boggins.
Okay, I'll just assume I know what that is.
Oh, it's like what you guys are.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I haven't told them about that.
Oh, that's fine.
No,
that's you, not me.
We don't have the specifics.
Oh, right. Good luck.
Okay.
Just
thank you.
We're commoners, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's all really nice.
Stop it.
Oh, no.
Feudal.
No, okay. It is. That's it.
Feudal.
That dude gets it.
Feudal,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're commoners. Then you got the fucking nobility.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I thought we had a convoluted social hierarchy.
Oh, you guys are crazy anyhow. It's fine. But you guys have a good one. Enjoy. And if you guys want more, they said desserts on us. So whatever you want for dessert, let me know.
Fantastic.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It shall head out.
Just so you know, if you come here another time, they are going to charge a lot because this is kind of a mix of a business and a charity
I understand.
where there's a lot of changelings who don't have ways to make much money. And so I proposed an idea. There's a lot of vampires with more money than they know what to do with. And they would give almost anything to be able to taste the things they did when they were alive.
You absolutely are going to run Ballard all the way through his money.
Speaking
Even
of,
though
I
that
don't
long.
need money to buy property.
Okay.
Naomi bought it and gave it to me. So that was her paying me back for what we did for her.
Well, if you ever need it
I
in the
will
future,
definitely let you know. Might need it for some rehab of the place. I have bought
renovations.
Yeah. She actually gives the address of where she bought the property and says, I have the entire block. It's one big building that's separated into separate buildings for businesses. I have bought the entire building.
Are you going to interconnect them, or are you just going to work from the one underground location and go from there?
I am going to start with Subterranean Club because that's the one that has the access, and go out from there. I plan to have multiple businesses in this building. I want to accommodate a cafe if possible.
I'm sure they would be happy to branch out there.
Also, I would like to have a special type of lounge, basically a hookah lounge. Also, one of the buildings I want to put an adult education center for people who don't have their GEDs and need them, or people who need to be trained in skills to get jobs, things like that. And I'm going to have various people associated with my garden overseeing these operations to make sure that they are done in a way that supports the community. But Magnus, we'll need to talk because I definitely need to come up with some plans, and I don't know the first step in that.
I can help you with that.
If you need business talk, Paula is available.
Mhm.
May use her too.
Yeah.
Have you decided what you do with her?
I did.
Okay. You don't have to tell. I'm just asking. She's
I'm gonna work at it out with Neely. Thank you for the
She
pass.
will make an amazing Ventru.
Mhm.
Yes, even though I
scary.
have the inner ideas of embracing her myself, I do realize it's not the best for her. A Ventru, however, can arrive to
Mhm.
heights I can never only dream of.
Mhm.
And you're still helping facilitate this. So it's not as if you're doing nothing about it.
Yes, of course. Bastian kind of leans into the table. It's just a terrible situation all around, I guess.
Yeah.
As soon as you can actually stand in front of her and speak with her again, I'm sure things will be better. But you just have to hold out until that's resolved.
Indeed.
How many have you gotten for her, and how many do you need still? Do you even know?
I got 3. I think I need a few more.
I would assume at least
couple.
2 more.
A couple,
Minute.
yeah. It turns out that when you deal with some old beings like that, they are very gluttonous in their desires.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
for
yeah.
those that decided to order alcohol, would you raise your hands?
It is a watered down alcohol, though. It's one
Oh,
part. It's one
absolutely.
part the liquor, 2 parts water.
Mine's strong as
Absolutely.
fuck.
It's a pint
So-
of beer. I don't expect it to be the strongest thing in the universe.
Oh, I'm so glad you think that. I would like you all to give me composure and resolve rolls. And you know what? While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead to break so that you guys can find out when we come back.
All right.
God.
We'll be back in 10-ish.
See ya. Welcome back. And as our kindred are diving into their food and drinking their drinks, everyone but one poor, sadly, returning back to drinking ale. Theo, you do remember what it was like to be slightly buzzed, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
what a healthy, decent little buzz is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now just add that up to being, it's not a little buzz, it's a buzz right now. You're riding a nice buzz.
To the point of tipsy.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're between ouch and poing right now.
All right. Theo, like, as he's noticing that, was about to bring the mug back to his lips because he'd gotten in a rhythm, and then he stops and does something he hasn't done in a long time, which is take a breath and set the mug back down, sit back and stare at it for a bit.
Feeling it, huh?
Are you going to fight that thing?
And Taylor takes a sip of her rock.
The Tremere has emotions, and most of them are confused because he's feeling them.
There's no effect in the way that I could reproduce with this. Not in the same ways. I'm sure I could maybe get close, but it would still be just some sort of imitation.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can truly still piece together about this that makes sense to me is that there is a magical signature. It's just so vastly different. It'd be like looking at a completely different coding language when designing software.
Wow.
Oh my God. You're drunk.
He's really drunk. That's really loquacious.
Talkative when he's drunk. Oh my God.
That's like the most you've said in one breath ever.
Theo, please continue. We all are so interested in what you're saying. Please continue.
And literally, Taylor takes a bite of her shawarma wrap and says, "God, this is literally." She's like, putting a hand. This is so amazing. I haven't had this in over 200 years.
Mm-hmm. So, if you want just a little bit of the other side of what I know of it, Theo, the cousins believe that all supernaturals, except for mages, were a form of changeling once upon a time. They believe that the war creatures were just Puka who forgot that they were Puka, and their magic, just because they believed it to be something else, became something else. Their story for us is a little different. Their story is that there was a red cap, the ones I talked about with endless hunger, that offended a king, and he cursed them to forever hunger for blood and only blood, and to never be able to taste anything else.
Well, the next time we see Kane, we need to tell him he's a red cap.
With any luck, we will never have to run into such a person, because I really don't think that that's the spot where we need to be.
You can't tell me something that fucking ancient doesn't have a sense of humor.
But that's why that was why Tammy said, "Oh, he's a boggin. He's like you," because they call us blood prodigals and believe we're just changelings that suffer from a curse and otherwise are kind of like them. And again, their magic works because they believe it does. So they believe we're like them, and therefore they know a way to get around the curse.
It's fascinating. I just come from a background of such structure when it comes to enchantment and magic and formula, and the fact that they've just managed to utilize so many different effects all at once is...
It's pure chaos.
Yes, but more like chaos theory, where it's more just anything can happen, not that anything will.
But
think of it like
they
this.
learn from it. That's
and can
brilliant.
utilize it.
That's brilliant.
Think think of it like this. The form of magic you have been taught is like paint by numbers. Everyone can do it and always get the same picture.
Mm.
They are like artists that start with a blank canvas, and they might be cubist, they might be impressionist, they might be realist, but whatever they are, whatever school they follow, it works because they are true to themselves.
I see now why so many kindred do everything in their power to never interact with them. Because that is a level of control that our species is not comfortable with.
I think his code is crashing.
Yeah.
Tay, are you guys good? I'm just checking to make sure you're all good.
Theo
Yes.
Theo will answer by topping off the last of his pint and then handing the glass to her and saying, "Thank you."
Refill?
No, thank you. I'm good with the water now.
You sure?
He's good, trust.
Yeah, he's doing amazing.
And Theo, being drunk, is actually going to reach into his wallet and take out 2 $100 bills and hand them to her.
Thanks.
It's a tip.
Sure. She doesn't question. She just quietly puts it into her apron. Like, okay. Do you guys need desserts? Or are you guys good?
I'll take a dessert.
Sure. Oh, sure. Well, hold on. Give me a second. And she'll kind of leave the door a little bit ajar for a second, and you'll see her run up, come back. All right. And it's a binder. We're not just talking one of those binders. We're talking 3-ring. Oh my God. How the hell did they put all of this into this binder? There's still room, but this thing's thick. You all heard thick thighs save lives. Thick binders save stomach.
As the binder comes out, Theo's going to just look at it and glance at Spotter. Remind you of your baseball cards.
Yes.
She'll kind of just put it on the table and go, I'll give you a few.
Oh, let me just order for him real quick. And
Which
he points at Theo.
Oh.
And he says,
Wait,
get him a death by chocolate.
Oh, fuck. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I
We just got the knives in.
have another request.
But besides more alcohol?
No more alcohol. But wow, it's so strange to actually be drunk.
So
No, you're so glad you didn't try any of the stronger alcohols.
I am
They're-
so happy to be here.
And you're glad that you didn't go for the Scottish ale, because that would have really knocked your ass off.
I have never had something that I've been curious about since I first heard of it.
Okay.
Any chance for dessert I could get a few Turkish delight?
Oh, make it a whole tray of it. I want some of that too.
That.
Wait.
And a Turkish coffee.
Oh, Turkish coffee.
Right,
Got you.
coffee.
Are you sure you want Turkish delight? I mean, this is straight for Narnia, my guy. Can you handle it?
His brain's in Narnia right now.
There is no lion and no witch, but damn if I don't feel like I'm caught in a wardrobe.
I mean, we could get you there, but I don't think you'll like the journey, but still.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Sure.
I don't,
Okay, so
I don't want the hallucinations your kind would provide. Thank you very much.
I'm glad you think they're hallucinations when they're not. Anyhow,
Would be to me.
yeah. So
Theo's just gonna shut up and
chocolate,
take his water.
Turkish delight, Turkish coffee. You want coffee?
Coffee.
Curly Q.
I'm just going to ask for a simple dish. It's nothing too complex.
Of course not, because fish and goat in a stomach is fine.
Yes. It's just a little bar of sugarcane sweet that's called rapadura.
Yeah, I know it.
Give me one, please.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Okay. Do you want anything to drink?
No.
Okay. The drunk one, does he want to pick me up?
Do you have hair of the dog that would actually work for this?
Yeah.
I'll be double damned. I'd love one.
Okay, right. Do you want any? Do you need a cow and sugar for the coffees or no?
No, a good Turkish coffee. I'll take it black.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Quadruple shot mocha with only dark chocolate.
Okay. 20, 50, 75, or 90?
90.
Got it. She heads out.
I think at that point you're just drinking molten chocolate, Magnus.
Sounds like
With
what you'll be doing
espresso.
shortly.
Don't forget about that.
Fun fact. Did you all know that it is because of Americans watering down espresso that the Americano was invented?
My God. Smith WXE is crashing.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely, I did not know that.
Get this man on Jeopardy.
I'd fail. Now, one of the lovely women who helped me research Beautiful Magic is a fucking master of the show. I can't sit and watch with her without her beating me. It's because half of it is more modern trivia than I'm used to.
I see.
I
Just so
can't.
we're clear. Spotter has been recording this whole thing.
Yep. And you all see like Theo like now that I can't blink right. Why can't I blink right?
And I'm just like,
And Taylor polishes off the last of her drink.
Magnus has just been slowly enjoying his meal.
That's what Taylor was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
At one point, Theo's just going to suddenly get a like shocked expression in his eyes and smack his hand on the table a little too hard. Shit. Am I going to be hungover?
No.
It's about this time. You see a couple of really quick male or female, you're not quite sure because they're moving quick. They're taking all your plates out that are empty and clearing things up. And then they kind of scurry on out as Tammy comes in with the desserts like, you should have been in there about 4 minutes ago. Damn. Okay, they're running late. Hi. Okay, you want the Turkish coffee. You got the black coffee. Here's the Turkish delights. And then she's not kidding. When she takes this plate off, it's a towering thing of chocolate with a massive, short sword cannot describe the knife that is in this death by chocolate that she puts in front of Theodore. And then she puts down the Turkish delights and Bastion sugarcane. And then she gives Theodore what looks like what one could consider a Bloody Mary. And she'll go, drink that.
There's a stalk of celery in it as well, because it's a fucking Bloody Mary.
It's a celery. There's a skewer with raw, well, not exactly raw meat. It's like medium rare meat. It's stuck in there too. There's a couple of things of carrots. Don't ask why the whole tomato's there, but it smells completely awful, but yet it looks amazing.
A couple of those pepperoncini peppers stuck onto a toothpick.
Pretty much. You got it.
Theo just shrugs and will just power chug it. Because this is something that he knows just from cultural understanding. Oh, you don't drink this to like it. You drink this to not be drunk or as drunk if you can. So
give me a resolve and composure roll, please.
Sure. Feel free to check with others while I do so.
I am. As you are drinking, she's going to look at you guys, go, anything else I can get you?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yes.
You don't happen to have like one of those state fair cream puffs kicking around? I haven't had one of those in
I mean,
a dog's age.
We just baked some like an hour ago.
Oh, please. Thank you.
How many? Just one?
Just one. Unless somebody else wants one.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Anything else? Y'all good?
All good.
What'd you get?
Thank you.
What'd you get, Theo?
Oh, somehow 5 successes on 5 dice.
My guy,
Nice.
as you finish drinking this, it's like it literally washes all the drunk away. No hangover.
Phone's gone. The second I
It's
notice
gone.
it. Yeah, my phone's gone.
It
Spotter
was-
used vanish on his phone.
Phone's gone.
Again, never before have I so wished that I was a La Sombra, so that couldn't be possible. Theo's going to now more slowly look at the glass of now empty Bloody Mary and set it there. He's then going to reach forward and take just the barest little bit off the Death by Chocolate.
As you are doing that, Spotter, you get your cream pie. And Theodore, once you take that little bit, that little taste of Death by Chocolate, it's like your tongue is bathed in the river of chocolate that could have been considered from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, and it's fucking delicious.
Theo will turn and look at Magnus. Did you order this because you assumed I wouldn't have had chocolate before?
No, I ordered it for you because it's fucking amazing. If you're not eating it, I'm going to.
Oh no, I plan to. It's just it's odd to have to say this about anything that isn't blood, but I feel like if I eat it all, I'll be overstuffed. Would you all like a piece with me?
I wouldn't.
I will
thank you.
pass, but I am so going to devour those pomegranate pistachio delights. Oh my gosh. She pops
Yeah.
one in her mouth.
These pink ones are the original recipe, right?
Yes.
Oh, rose. That makes more sense.
Hmm.
One thing that all of you can see is that Bastian is eating very little. He's not eating much. He's just basically tasting it. He just put one little small piece of the rapadura in his mouth. He tasted it and he didn't touch the plate since.
Water's just going to look wistfully at the cream puff and start savoring it. He goes at it slowly.
Magnus drinks his mocha and passes an empty plate to Theo for him to put however much Death by Chocolate he wants to on there.
He gets a decent portion. Although as he's eating it, there is also a mutter of course, I'm wearing pink when I'm around a chocolate dessert.
Do you need a bib?
No, I'm not eating lobster. I have to say, though, that is the drunkest I have been in quite a long time.
And it was glorious.
It was fantastic. You
I
were
wasn't
spouting
even-
off all these facts.
No, truly, I didn't even lose any memory of it. Love that. But truly, for the most part, all you heard was what I say to myself internally. I speak and speak and speak because I analyze and observe and catalog in some ways. So all you heard was the internal monologue externalized.
Honestly, it was very interesting. If you share more, I am sure everyone in the coterie will be paying as much attention as possible.
Maybe we can come back here once a month or so.
Oh my god.
Gotta try the
schedule going.
shawarma. It was
I'll pay for it.
fantastic.
I'd heard of shawarma in New York, but I didn't know that they served it in a lot of places.
I have no problem covering whatever y'all want to eat once a month.
I am happy to accompany all of you, but I don't think I'll be eating. I've tasted pretty much all I asked here, and it tasted as good as it did in my memories. And I'm gonna keep it that way. Don't think I should be disturbing my memories like that.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. It's the only things I have left from when I was alive. So it's the importance of them, you know. But I'm glad all of you are enjoying this. Observing the humans you once were by eating this variety of things. It's heartwarming.
better I try it now than before, where my father would have probably referred to everything here as far too exotic and uncomfortably foreign.
One of those.
Yeah.
An alcoholic bastard who barely knew what to do with the intelligence of his children.
I know the feel.
My mother was Mexican, one of the landowner's children. And so she knew all the dishes, didn't always have experience with cooking them. But because she was a commoner, it's funny. With humans, she was nobility. With the changelings, she was a commoner. So she did know how to cook from that side of things before she passed. My father was German, so that was the other side of my upbringing.
Explains the sauerkraut.
It was an odd choice to go with everything else.
It's actually really good as kind of a palate cleanser.
It actually is. Especially when it's prepared properly. Because when it's prepared properly, it's not as acidic.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how they utilize ginger in Japanese cuisine.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, that could be something I should order here sometime is sushi. That would be interesting one day.
Oh, the sushi here is incredible.
That's a thing I never experienced. I never ate much fish and things like that. Oh, you were speaking about mothers, and so my experience with culinary was lackluster during my life. I lived in a war-torn country just after slavery was turned illegal, so everyone was poor. I ate what I could. I drank what I could instead of having luxuries and things like that, which is really funny because I was embraced just before I became a noble man of sorts. So I didn't even have the chance.
I think that's going to be my main utilization of this restaurant in the future is things I haven't had before, because I remember everything I did have, and frankly, I wasn't impressed with the cuisine of my time.
That's a very different perspective to mine. And
It's
I
ironic
appreciate
that the Tremere is the one going for the sensation, isn't it?
And the Toreador is going to keep the information as true to it as possible.
Very
Tammy comes
cerebral
in.
approach, Bastion. I respect it.
Tammy comes in with a plate of sushi and puts it down between Bastion and Theodore. Really? You guys have to stop talking about food. He hears it.
I
How's
said
everything else?
I said some other patience. And
I don't get it.
Theo will just reach out and take one of the sushi and just pop it in his mouth and eat it.
Oh, it's the most amazing. It is like the best thing ever. You've never had sushi. Anyone who has had sushi, this would be like the best. This is like 5 stars. And so everything else is good. Did you guys enjoy it? Do you need anything else?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Truly.
Cool. Well, you're all paid for. So if you let me know if you want to take doggy bags home.
How many more staff are in tonight?
Wait staff or cook?
Yes.
30.
Could I possibly get 2 Turkish coffees to go and a to-go container for the rest of the Turkish delight?
Yeah. Do you want it in a constant heated mug?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah. I'm a knocker. I make shit.
Fantastic.
Just whatever you do, when you open it, just make sure that you do it counterclockwise, not clockwise.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really catch when you do it the counterclockwise.
Okay.
It's a little flaw. I'm sorry. I can't fix it yet. I'm
That's
working
okay.
on it.
That's okay.
Cool. All right.
Actually, I'm with Taylor. Can I get that, but 2 cream puffs? And 2 copies.
Sure. All right. Give me a second. Oh, who knows a little mouse girl? She's not a puka.
We all do.
Yes,
That's Belle's. She designed by dress.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you who you designed, where you got that from. Shit, that's awesome.
She did it.
She's been scurrying around the entire restaurant looking for you guys.
She can come in.
Yeah. Also, Tammy, just whatever, whenever she wants, it's on my tab.
Okay, good, because last time she came in, she ate us out of everything.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just send the bill over to my... Actually, no, you guys have my card on file. Just pay it. Don't worry about it.
The Countess was freaking out, but we told her just to take a chill, and we threw her into the freehold for a bit. What do you expect from a Clericon?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. All right, I'll go get the mouse girl. I'll be right back.
I'll come with you. Hold on. I got to see her. I want to see her first.
I mean, I could bring her in here.
No. I want to go up first. I need to talk to her first.
Oh, okay, sure. No, give me a second. Sure. Well, just come with me.
Yeah.
It's secrets.
As the two of them leave, Theo's just gonna like side eye Magnus and just mouth the word freehold. Like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, so did I tell you about the dreaming?
In vague terms, you said I should think of it as just an extra dimension for now, but that was some time ago.
So a freehold is like a pocket dimension between ours and the dreaming. It's like a halfway house, think of it.
Bigger on the inside, infinite hallways, things like that.
Depending on who made it, possibly. I don't know if they were fucking with me on this, but I have heard there is one that is bigger on the inside and the rooms are constantly changing, and supposedly the one that travels in it isn't even a changeling. And yes, I said travels.
It truly sounds like they're fucking with you, I won't lie.
I never know, honestly, until I actually experience something, whether they're just fucking with me or not.
I mean, it may be a little bit of both, to be honest.
It's very possible.
As you guys are having this conversation, Tammy takes Spotter out to where Bells is sitting. Bells is sitting kind of in the back, and being that she's short, her legs are dangling underneath the chair, and she has stuffed a cream pie into her face and is just trying to clean up all of the cream that's on her nose.
Bells?
Spotter, what's up?
This is important. And I sit down and I take my phone out of my pocket. And I immediately show her the video.
Damn you.
Can you send that to me?
You're showing it to the Nosferatu, which means the entire population of Chicago's kindred is going to see that fucking video.
I mean, yes. Send.
Thank you. I will get it to Battery.
You are so welcome.
No, thank you. This will give me so much delight. Not to mention, I can make some great new shirts for him. And he likes pale beer. We could give him some pale colored shirts and in little itty bitty mugs. Oh, it's gonna be so adorable. I have something to tell you guys.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you saw that first.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But this is big. This is big. You guys have, oh my God. She kind of hops off, grabs Spotter's arm and pulls him where he really doesn't understand the unlimited amount of strength she actually does have. So it looks like this small little mouse girl running around in a restaurant, and Spotter's just like halfway trying not to take off as she's pulling him down. And she'll pull him into the room like, oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Hi. How are you all?
Excellent.
Good. Cool. I don't mean to break down the parade. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you have plentiful reasons, Bells.
Hey, Spotter, get the door.
Oh, of course.
Bora told me that I had to tell you guys right away because we're telling everyone as soon as we can.
Okay.
There was a big, huge concert down in Toyota Park. You know, the one that's open.
Yeah.
That's like that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody woke up and started eating the people.
What?
Oh. Of course, the night has to end somehow in a brighter.
Was it taken care of?
Mhm.
Okay.
Aurora's taking care of it now with the packing of wolves.
Okay. Perfect.
The
Wolf
girl,
pack.
they took care of it. Well, they're taking care of it. It's a thing. I'm assuming they're going to be brainwashing everyone else, which is going to be weird, but at the same time, humans.
Bastion, make sure your coterie is.
Bastion's already
handling
taking his
news.
phone.
But we're telling everyone, just so you know, just in case something may be happening soon. Apparently, there's spontaneous people that have been staked. Now they're being unstaked, woken up, and they're hungry.
I told y'all.
Yeah.
Taylor,
just-
can you please not be the reincarnation of Nostradamus anymore? It's already annoying.
It wasn't. It was just from his stuff. Arden set that up.
Oh,
Yeah, Doof.
didn't he die?
Okay.
Yeah,
Was-
he's dead.
Oh,
Taylor,
good.
you said he wrote about this in his journal, right?
Mm-hmm. That he
Was it
sent in
his
packs
idea?
with fresh blood.
Was it
Ready.
his idea?
Based on how he wrote it, it seemed like it.
Because if all we're dealing with is Arden's leftovers, that's
Manageable?
pain, but manageable. But if he spread this to
On
other
orders?
Sabbat or on orders from other Sabbat,
Are you
I
worried that there's a
can-
bishop involved?
I can
I'm
find-
worried that there's a change in tactics involved.
That's a valid concern.
Well,
They
Because
could just drop them off anywhere.
yes,
let
they
me
could just drop anywhere. A concert that's a direct shot against the Masquerade.
That's
There
the
were
problem.
Think
30,000
about-
people there.
Think about how ubiquitous cell phones and cell phone video is now.
I'm going to be very real with you, Magnus. Based on how he wrote in his journal, I think Arden was the bishop.
That's the leftovers, you think?
I don't think many people were worried about taking pictures as they were trying to run away from their lives, because when this person apparently woke up, they just went, ooh, snack, grab, chomp. And I think that may or may have caused people to run and scream more so than taking pictures and filming.
There's
That's
always
good.
a dumb one that's going to take
That-
pictures, however.
It's good that it's contained for now. And
Mhm.
hopefully we can find the rest of Arden's little presence like this before we have other incidents.
If I have a question, Bows, did they kill this baby?
Yeah, there were a few snacks left behind that did not get up, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so we just have to be extra vigilant, because if we can grab one of those without killing them, we might be able to discover something. I don't think by interrogation, but
If they're
nothing
fresh
else-
embraces, they may know nothing, though.
Oh, but their blood would know plenty.
I was
That's-
going to ask if you knew that ritual.
I absolutely do. It was one of the first I was taught. To
Exactly.
analyze blood for information is something that my sire felt was the core of my clan.
if they're fresh embraces, then they probably still have something inside them.
Indeed. If nothing else, I can probably extrapolate information on a sire. Perhaps general generation. If I have enough time to prepare and set up, clan, general mood, health concerns. That is always the problem with dealing with Tremere. If we have time to prepare, there's very little we can't accomplish.
Okay, Batman.
Bells, thank you so much for letting us know.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I brought down your vibe. I mean, it looks really cool and everything.
Here, try a
No, you're
Turkish
good.
delight.
Would you also like some death by chocolate?
I'm already dead.
Yes, so the chocolate's the only thing that you have left to experience.
Oh, that one?
It is decadent, and it's amazing to be able to say that and mean that as what it actually is. But it's decadent, so fair warning.
Okay, so are you saying it's good?
Very. Just
You're using
strong.
large words.
It's strong. How about that? That's a better word.
It's
Strong,
delicious.
strong chocolate. Just be ready for it.
Okay, sure. First, can I have the delight first? Then I'll have the death by chocolate.
Absolutely.
Cool, because that's really confusing. And she'll take a Turkish delight and shove it in her mouth.
Theo will pick up another one with her, look at Taylor and say, I wonder what they would taste like with a bit of orange flavoring, and then pops it in his mouth.
When you do that, it has an orange flavoring to it because you asked for it, and the delight turns around and does it. It's face shit. You should know this.
And Theo will then just mutter, fascinating but unsettling.
It is brilliant. And just to confirm, we won't bring this back up.
Nope.
I've eaten here twice already.
Wow.
What happens to it?
I don't ask questions to a gift horse that is giving me yummies.
I could introduce you to someone who could give you an explanation.
As long as this isn't going to be unsightly later.
Nope. It will not.
Or at least give us fair warning so we know to be near a toilet or something.
A receptacle.
Nope.
I've had popcorn. Oh, movie
Don't.
popcorn.
Shh. They'll bring it.
No. I said I had it.
Okay.
But he'll still bring it.
Good. Oh, I put an order in when I came in.
Oh, feel free to have some of the sushi too. I doubt I can eat it all.
What, you don't have enough stomach?
No, why pig out?
She hits the plate as they fly up, and she'll just stand there and let it just drop into her mouth. And she'll just, so good.
Neat party trick.
My gosh. Oh, thanks. You should see me when I'm drunk.
You should see him when he's drunk.
Oh, that may or may not have already happened.
What? How?
Nothing. Anyhow, so
what's the thing about the rule of Nosferatu watching around?
Well, there's one other in the room because there's already two of us.
Exactly.
There's at least 50 in the room at any time.
you're not wrong. Anyhow, so, right. So I got movie popcorn. Oh my God, stage scores. But anyhow, I had it and I went to bed and nothing happened.
Well,
Brilliant.
that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you going to have that sugar thingy, Bastion? That looks really, really good.
You can eat it all.
She eats it. Okay. Well, I told you the bad news. I'm sorry about that. Yes, Potter.
Bells, we need to get some of the community leaders together.
Oh, you mean like I already turned around and did a whole meeting bulletin? You might get the invite shortly from Google.
I just pat her on the shoulder.
Okay. And she'll head on out. That's when Tammy comes in with the two Turkish coffees.
Turkish coffees.
Turkish cockies.
Judy can't say words anymore because fuck this shit.
That's because you mix changeling with vampire. It gets weird when you do shit like that.
Look, my guy. At least it wasn't werewolf.
Two Turkish tchotchkes.
Turkish tchotchkes with a mixture of milk. There you go.
Yes.
I can't say words. So Taylor's order, Spotter's order. Did Magnus put an order?
No, he didn't.
Okay, good. Okay. So those two get their orders. Tammy's like, is there anything else I can get you?
Not at all, Tammy. Thank you so much.
Sure.
As strange as it is, could I have a small cup of to-go water?
Sure. Do you want a pint of ale too? I
No,
have a
thank you.
growler.
No,
For
thank
you.
you. I'm quite fine.
Good. Well, the growler's on the house then, and I'll get you a growler of water. Sure. She leaves and then comes back with the two growlers, one, and they're labeled ale, water, so you don't get them mixed up. So go, just make sure you drink them within the week.
Within the week. That's easy enough.
Yeah. Steady yourself.
What
I don't think you're. Yeah.
What if humans consume stuff like this? Any ill
It's
effects?
water and ale.
Excellent.
Well, they're not going to punch it. They're not going to punch as much as it punches you.
Interesting.
You're a different composition.
That is very true.
You're matter. You're making matter mixed with matter that tastes like matter. You're not fluid cells.
Fascinating.
Agnes just reaches into his coat pocket, pulls out $100 bills, and just hands it to Tammy.
Thanks.
Oh, never mind. He did what I was going to do.
For everyone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. The Boggins are going to flip out a little bit, but I will use the special Fey wine to calm their asses down on that one. You don't, I don't think you guys are ready for Fey wine.
Magnus takes out another $500 bills and just hands it to her and goes, "That's for you."
Oh, geez. Thanks, man. Well, at least I can pay my college fees now and books. That works.
What college?
Be fair, that was one book.
Actually, just two if I was lucky. Oh, right over at DePaul. I'm in engineering.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if I can make shit, I will then create shit and then move shit. And then I'll turn into this inventor, God knows if I hope so, to make crazy, amazing shit.
I teach over at U of Ill, so.
Not bad. I mean, it's a good school. I just didn't get the scholarship over there.
Oh, see, had I known, I could have helped you out.
I mean, I appreciate, don't get me wrong, but the thing is that, you know, my mom's a nurse, my dad's a construction worker.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you guys can come back anytime. We'll have this room open for you. You just tell us when you're coming in.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
And when she leaves the room, Taylor looks over to Magnus. Yeah, I definitely want one of these places right tied to the hookah bar.
I'll talk to the cousins about it.
Yeah.
You're going to have so many people there.
I know, right?
Oh.
And then having a nightclub that actually does live music performances. Yeah.
I do not envy the amount of toreadors around there. Oh, speaking of which, did y'all didn't tell me, did things happen with Flora?
Yes. Spotter and I went down and I found, that's why I bought the property. I found the garden that was hidden. And it was hidden. It had fallen in the 30s by the Church of Cain. And I knew that it was there because I went to Subterranean. Mark and I did one night for a performance. And because I knew that back when I was here in 1897, that was a brothel.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Where do you think I was getting my feed from? But yeah.
That makes sense.
And literally, it was a garden. And it provided a service to the community, both above ground and underground. And I knew it had access, so I went in there to check to see if the access was still there. And it was blocked. So Spotter and I went down, and Laura was guarding it.
She's terrifying when she's in defense mode.
Yeah.
Huh.
Theo just nods, not even having been there, but he knows.
And she was defending it because one of my sisters, not biological, of course, but another Bahari, was in torpor inside the garden, and she was guarding it. Laura is Chrysanthi Papadopoulos. She was a member of my team that went to Ur. And I sent her with that sister here because we needed to vacate. They were hunting Bahari. I had recruited her.
Oh yeah, that was my next question.
She obviously got wounded severely during the attack by the Church of Cain. And her sire embraced her to save her and made her a gargoyle.
They all this time, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I met her sire. Fascinating.
I haven't met many gargoyles.
She looks
She's
to Theo.
terrifying.
Even Theo recognized her.
It's very hard for me to not recognize that particular gargoyle, I promise you.
Hmm.
Any Tremere who has been in Chicago for even half a minute has heard of her.
But I showed Laura a photograph that I had taken, the one I had given to you that you gave back. And it still didn't quite trigger enough. But she did start to remember that at the time that I recruited her, I was posing as a lord.
I think my skill might be useful for that.
How is it
I've
go?
been-
You haven't had a chance to work on it, I'm sure.
I've actually tried a few moments here and there. It comes surprisingly naturally to me.
That's good.
I think that by next time I meet Laura, I might be able to give something more meaningful to her.
I think
If
it might help. But her sire is very encouraging of me helping her find out who she is.
Who she is now, I assume.
Well,
instead
who
of
she was.
Hmm.
To restore her memories. Her sire remembers because she was ordered to before she was created.
I see.
Laura does not because she was embraced.
That might be the best course of action then. Delivering her something so meaningful that might trigger her memories.
Yes. And I am expecting to hear from her at some point, probably in another week or two, because they are going to be moving the garden back to its original location. They had moved it to their nest.
The construction, you mean?
No, the garden,
Oh,
including the plants. Because the plants are just like my garden at home. They will eat corpses and remains.
Or a certain potted plant that you have, Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
And it was part of the service they provided to the Undercity and the Above City. There was a drop-off so that they could dispose of remains discreetly.
It's very useful for them, I assume. But well, your business in moving the garden is your business. Don't think they have anything against that, right?
They don't.
So no problem there.
Laura, I believe, has just been waiting for someone to reclaim it. They took over the duties because it was a service that needed provided.
If nothing else, it probably frees up more space for them to expand their area now that they don't have to have a garden sitting right next to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do honestly hope that we don't have to deal with more problems in the Undercity caused by lunatics like whatever pawns my progenitor gets next.
I'd say we stick with the plan and just work to you getting her 2 more, and then hopefully things will actually even out from there. Or, like all old ones, she will be greedy and continue to ask for more.
Yes. Many, many problems are going to arise for this.
What are you getting for this? Don't tell me
Okay.
nothing.
No, I had a request. The reason, actually, I came back here to Chicago.
Your ancestor.
She was my last hope. My sire vanished soon after I was embraced. And when I say vanish, I mean literally, I could not find a single thing about her. I ran around the world trying to find, with no success. And when you are about to give up and you receive the information that someone might have the information, you go to the someone. Turns out that you didn't even need her. I got information from elsewhere. But there is also some other concerning information regarding my bloodline that I also needed sorting. And Elena was sadly the only person that I could go to for this part. And she did promise me exactly what I asked. But in return, here I am.
Indeed.
So
There's
like
always
so,
a price.
so like so many Toreador, you're suffering for your art.
That's not my art. That was my first love. Actual, real love, dear.
Mm.
And then she vanished.
Well, hopefully she's still alive. As much as any of us can be.
She is. And she will be coming here to Chicago soon.
Really?
Yes.
Now, was this a written summons or an instinctual one?
That was Kevin.
Written summons, then.
So she's a prince.
Yes.
I'll admit I don't envy that. I've heard of the
reminds me-
descendancy of princes.
I'm going to have to go to Houston. Invite my dear friend.
Oh, right. I was so confused, wondering what could possibly be out in Houston for you. But
Yeah, I've got to deliver that invitation still, too. I'll have to see if there's any good concerts going on down there this week. Buy some
Do you want
tickets
any
and
help with that?
take Mark. I'll take Mark. She's a
Why?
bruja. If you want to come too, you can come too. It's fine.
I only need excuses.
If you want to get away for a weekend, come on.
Bastion, don't worry. No one understands the value of a third wheel. How did they invent the tricycle?
Oh, you think I would be?
Oh, no.
don't
He'll be
worry
fine.
about-
He'll be fine. I've
worry
seen him
about
party,
that.
okay? It's fine.
Oh, I don't doubt it. But I had to tease where I can. I need to get my practice in.
Good man.
You're doing a good job.
And as these coterie is winding through the rest of their night, I think this is a good place to end.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everyone here for coming in. Thank you for all dealing with our little shenanigans for tonight. Because Fae food, who knew? Don't ask. We smile and nod.
Yeah, no.
And as always, we're going to let Mama take it over.
All right. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And do join us on the Discord. That is where we cast our shows from. And right now there is an active casting call. If you want to play Call of Cthulhu on Saturday afternoons, you can do so with Tiss if you apply to her casting call that is in the casting couch. And of course, we do occasionally do some Zoom hangouts when we are not streaming on both Friday and Saturday nights. So when we get a break from either of these streams, we may may do a Zoom call then, and where people can hang out and socialize with us. But the Discord community is also where you get alerts when we stream, when our friends stream, things like that. And it's a great community to hang out in. So join us there. And of course, if you would like to catch back episodes, you can do so on our YouTube channel. You can check out over 5 years of content, World of Darkness and other TTRPGs on the McStabber Studios YouTube channel, and you can go to the London Esoteric Society channel to see Tiss's content, which includes a D&D 5e campaign, her Call of Cthulhu 7e stories with London Esoteric Society, and also with 7th Sea that she recently ran with us this month as a 3-session mini-series. And Tara was in that. And pirates! So go check that out there. So yeah, and of course you want to check out our amazing friends and give them some love from the McStabbers. All right, so first up, Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
Oh, you know me, I strangle yarn so I don't wear orange, and I have Wi-Fi all the time because we need it. I turn around, I do a whole bunch of different stuff. If I'm not at my channel, I'm usually here, or if I'm not here, I'm at Will's, usually playing some crazy character, while we did actually make this character on my stream. So come and see yarn stuff, crazy stuff, and follow me or follow everyone else and go see Will.
Yeah. So, and next up is Ravnos Archon, Will. And he runs TTRPG stuff on his own channel. And you saw him last night if you were here guesting in Kansas City, Domain Divided. Yeah. So he's also our mage storyteller. He runs also some smaller independent games and stuff as well with us on occasion. Like he ran, Dune, and he ran Old Gods, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Best sire 2 years in a row, baby. Worst
My friend,
sire ever.
Really?
But yeah, go check him out because he also runs TTRPGs on his own channel, and you can catch Junie there starting Thursday?
Yeah, we actually started yesterday.
You started yesterday. That's right.
Started yesterday.
Yep, you started yesterday. Not yesterday. Thursday. Yeah. Was it Friday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, thank you.
Yeah. So this past Thursday, they started Wander Home, and it is going to be a bit of a mini series. So go check that out. And I hear it's a super cute game. Unfortunately, Thursday, I was completely exhausted after work, and I came home and I took a nap that ended up being a long sleep. And so I missed it. But I will definitely check it out on Ravnos Archon's YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So definitely give him some love. And Mischievous Red, she does do some streaming on Sundays. She is expecting to stream tomorrow. You can be a part of our Discord community to see when she goes live, but you can give her a follow as well. And if you get alerts from Twitch, you make sure you get it for her channel and you'll know when she goes live. And then we also have Re-Rolls. Re is on break right now, but in February, he's going to be starting up with another TTRPG game, so do check him out. And then DM Daddy RPG is where you can find Jen of Thieves, who was in my Monster of the Month serial game that we ran, who was also in Werewolf with Junie for Queen's Gambit, and who is also playing Sunday Booth in Kansas City. Yeah, you can check her out. She's going to be getting ready soon to run an Everyday Heroes Ghostbusters game. So, yeah, that should be interesting over on DM Daddy RPG. And if you would like to check out our merch, we do have some studio merch you can check out at the Zazzle store. Make sure you're signed in so that you can be age verified, because we do have a few things there that are listed as adult, such as the Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. If you are not signed in, you will not even see that listed. So make sure you're signed in to see everything. And McStabber Studios says, as long as they remember, if anyone asks if you are a god, you say yes. Damn
it's
straight.
Very sound advice. Let's be fair.
Are you a god? Yes, I am. I'm your god. All right. And also, if you would like to support these amazing players, you can do so by showing us your biddies. Show your biddies for these players. Yeah, you enjoyed the content that we produce for you. Support the players. Show your biddies. Bits and donations. Some moldy Babylonian deity. That's right. But bits and donations are distributed amongst our players. And if you would like to support the channel itself, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. That gives you no ads while you watch our streams. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us. And also, if you would like to donate to us directly without Twitch being a horrible pimp and taking half, you can do so by buying Mama a coffee. Go to our KoFi page, buy Mama a coffee. For real. For real. They're still going off about the Ghostbusters shit.
Everyone saw how much at least half the coterie likes coffee.
I know, right? Fucking Turkish coffee, y'all. And then you drink what's at the bottom. That shit's better than Red Bull. Okay.
Look, if she can handle
This is
coffee,
true.
she can handle the Alpha Quadrant. Get this woman a fucking coffee. Thank you very much.
Please. All right. So that, I believe, is it. And then we're going to move on to schedule. So what we have coming up over the next week, we have Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Changeling, Stained Glass. Run by Maddox here. Mm-hmm.
They're fine.
And yeah, fine.
Hey,
Fine.
last episode, nothing crazy happened.
Oh no, everything crazy happened. An
Sir,
Aishu
were you at that
rode
episode?
Lucifer.
Yes. Go to Changeling if you want to see what taming a chimera involves, because it's less involved than you'd expect it to be.
Just tell
You
it
just need crack and booze.
just tell it a really good story and feed it some chimerical sugar.
And then also realize that somehow you're going to get glowing tears staining your shirt, but only the glow is going to stain the shirt.
She didn't care. Worth it. Worth it.
It's only because chimera are bullshit. Continue.
Yep. So that's on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hey, S is on a mission to bring some fucking glamour back to this fucking city because it's depressing as fuck. So
Hey, guess who's helping redirect that glamour now that he's more focused and not just a rampaging monster?
yeah. See, there's a method to her madness. I swear there is.
That should be the tagline for Changeling the Dreaming. There's a method to the madness.
There is.
We promise there is.
We promise there is. It's all about bringing joy, okay? Because fuck depressing shit.
Wait, you're not supposed to cause trauma in Changeling?
Dude, my character's had enough. Anyway, so Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Delta Green. It's the finale, y'all. Mhm.
Yes. Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah. Kai there's in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything's
the
fine.
finale on
Everything's fine.
Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's aliens, y'all. It's Cthulhu, y'all.
It's always fucking aliens. God damn it.
Aliens.
Aliens with the crazy hair. Sorry, that show was so racist. But anyway.
No, Egyptian people could never build these stones. They had to have like alien technology in order to do it.
Right. It was so racist. But anyway, and then on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're having a girls' night in Kansas City. Because Gwen has never had one. Yeah. So expect fun times. 8 p.m. Eastern in Kansas City for Vampire. And Saturday, again, Tiss is on break. So no stream in the afternoon. But at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be back here with Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago Hidden City. We had our nice little, sunshine and rainbows episode. Now we're about to get back to work. We had our shawarma. Okay. We were the
Yes.
Avengers eating shawarma.
We had our shawarma now to get to the snap. Come on.
Yep. So that's what we have upcoming over the week. And lastly, I'm going to say, please make sure you are looking out for yourself and those that you love. It is a really rough time right now for a lot of people, and we want you to get what help you need if you need it. So in chat right now, there is going to be, once I get it typed out, there we go. If you are dealing with mental issues or crisis situations, I want you to look in chat right now. There's a group of organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you are not currently watching this in the US, or you are watching this on YouTube, or those organizations do not meet your needs, you can go to findahelpline.com and you can look up by your location what crisis support resources are available to you. And I want you, if you are in crisis, to reach out to them, please. You do not have to keep spiraling by yourself. Please get help. They can talk you off that ledge. They can give you resources available in your area. They can help you out. And those people want to help. Let them. That's the trick. When you're struggling, you need to let the people that want to help you. Okay? And also, make sure you're taking care of your health. It's real bad, y'all, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Let's just say I know what's been passed down to organizations like NIH. And it's not good. It's not good at all. Like literally the orders that have been passed down to them endanger lives in their hospital. They are legit going to likely murder people with neglect. Please take care of yourselves. Get your meds, get your vaccines while you can. Make sure you're physically and mentally as well as you can be, because we're in for some shit for the next 4 years. Okay? And we want you to survive it, because we got to come out on the other side of it. And lastly, if anyone watching this stream contributed to this shit by voting for the felon, by voting third party as a protest, or by abstaining from voting in the U.S. when you were fully eligible and available to do so, go to hell. Seriously, go to hell. Y'all have a good night.